Oh my goodness, man. So I assume that everybody was wondering how this was going to go in terms of Phil Baroni's been arrested for I think in the first minute I need to be careful about what I said. So I'll put it to you like this. Phil Baroni went to Mexico with his girlfriend, and his girlfriend is never coming back. Okay. So as simple as this is, he's admitted it now. Okay. Phil Baroni is responsible for the death of his girlfriend. This happened on New Year's Day, and I'm going to tell you the details of exactly what happened here. And then I'm going to go to sleep because I'm exhausted and I don't want to be doing this. But this is an absolutely enormous story, and I'm not going to let people get the jump on me while I sleep. So if you need another reason to fulfill your end of the bargain, which is, we handshake, if you want to watch all my content, you absolutely can. Just please subscribe to the channel, and we handshake on it. There's no way for me to enforce it, but everybody that's cool just does it. So just be one of the cool people. Subscribe to the channel. You'll never think about it ever again. And that's that. Now, so here's the deal. So if you guys don't know who Phil Baroni is, he was a huge star. He was a huge MMA star in UFC and then Pride, right? The New York badass, son. The New York badass. People are saying, oh my God. So people are saying, who's Phil Baroni? Okay, so hang on. Let me do this then. So as we get started, so he was a huge star in the UFC, and then a huge star in Pride. So this is Phil Baroni. He's known as the New York badass. Okay. He was super fun to watch. He's a striker, really fun fighter to watch. But a guy who was like a tortured soul, man. Like I remember I went to the very first Pride show in 2006. And he was on that card, and he won like in really impressive fashion. And they gave him the mic, and his speech was crazy. All I remember about it was the last thing he said was, "I'm the loneliest guy in the world." And that's not how, he carried it like he was Ric Flair. You know what I mean? Like he carried it like he was Ric Flair. And then on the microphone, he finished with, "I'm the loneliest guy in the world." And I found out that his girlfriend at the time, back then, he was living with her, and she had robbed him. Like she had gotten into his money and taken all of his cash and like just went missing, basically. Like he had, he's a fighter. He's a pretty successful fighter. But, I think I can't remember the exact number. I think he probably had like $40,000 in cash. She just took it all and ran. So anyway, that was that. So apparently, I was supposed to meet up with him 2 months ago, right? So Gabrielle and I were going to Cabo with our family from October 8th to October 15th. And I had just said something about having a co-host, and he hit me up on Twitter. He's all, "Dude, I'd love to be your co-host." And I was like, all right, I knew he was a super unstable guy, so I wasn't actually really like seriously considering it. But it's Phil Baroni. I'm going to rap out with him, And he said he was going to Mexico. I told him we were going to Mexico also. And then he kind of entertained him coming to Cabo or to our resort and meeting up with us. So obviously that didn't happen. Thank God. I don't, wait, hang on. Philip needs to get it together. He's going to jail forever, my man. He killed his girlfriend. He admitted it. That's what we're going to talk to on here, dude. He killed his girlfriend. So anyway, so we didn't end up meeting him, but like today it comes out, it's like Phil Baroni's been arrested for murder in Mexico for killing his girlfriend. And was like, what? So yeah. Anyway, so here's exactly what happened. According to Phil Baroni, this is the statement that he made. So he said that on New Year's Day, he started smoking some weed. I have no idea why this is relevant, but that's in his statement, that he was smoking weed, and they got in a fight. They got in a really big fight, and his girlfriend told him that she had been fucking another guy. And he said that he flipped out and he threw her, like, apparently into the shower. and she hit her head somewhere in the shower, and she went down. This is his story, so I'm not saying this is exactly what happened. He said that he threw her into the shower, she hit her head, and she went down. She asked him for help. He said that he helped her up, and he put her on the bed. He took off her clothes, and then he put a blanket on top, or he put sheets on top of her. And then she asked for a cigarette and a drink, and he gave it to her, left the room, and then when he came back, she was dead. That's what he said. That's what he said. So that's his story, is that she was cheating on him. He found out. He threw her into the shower. She hit her head. He carried her to the bed. For some reason, took her clothes off, put a sheet over her, and then he went to go get her like a cigarette and a drink or whatever, and then she died while he wasn't there. I mean, listen, dude. Like, does that story make sense? I guess, I guess. I'm sure that she was sleeping with another guy. The thing is, yeah, exactly, dude. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. He's like, like seriously, this week it's all, oh man, it's a total dead zone for MMA news, man. There's nothing going on in combat sports. Andrew Tate's all, wait, what? Wait, hold up. How about I poke Greta Thunberg and I go get arrested? What's up, dog? And it's like, man, I'm getting a lot of miles out of this Andrew Tate thing. And Dana White's all, hold up, dude. Hold up. The czar of MMA. How about I slap my girl on tape? It's like, damn, what is going on? There's so much stuff. And then Phil Baroni's all, why is everybody talking about people that aren't me? How about I whack out my girlfriend, dog? How about I kill my girl? That'll get some headlines, huh? You're all, I mean, I feel like this is not a good plan for you. I don't feel like you need to kill her. He's all, she cheated on me. You're all, oh, she did. He's all, yeah, she did. Oh, well, I mean, I would tell you to just keep it calm. He's all, oh no, it's already over. It's already over. So yeah, I did that. What happened to the Dana video? Two things. So number one is it got age restricted. So when I posted it, so when it comes to the YouTube algorithm, you have to consider a bunch of different stuff. Okay. So number one is if something gets age restricted, it kills you with the algorithm. So it's pointless to even have it up, right? Like it really is. It's like no one will see it. And simultaneously, I watched it back and I told a couple stories. And I was like, man, this is on the ropes, dude. Like these are good. These are fantastic stories, obviously, but I can't risk someone clipping 30 seconds of that clip and then just putting it out as if that was the whole story. Because I went hard in the paint on those stories, dude. I just got going, dude. Like I just got going. I sold like I mean, now that we're on here and it's late at night, I'll halfway tell a couple of them again. But the first one I told was about this girl that me and my buddies, I put like a girl that I pulled out of Squid Row. That's why it was relevant, because it's the same club where Dana slapped his girl. And, so I told a story about pulling this girl out of there and then banging her in front of my buddy for 2 hours. And then he jumped. It's like a story that can be told one of two ways. And I went the second way that was like too much detail, dude. When I watched it back, I was like, I can't have this on the internet, man. Can't have it on the internet. But, yeah. But then once I got going, I just told like, I don't know, 7 or 8 consecutive, like interconnected stories that all branched from that one. And they were just so ridiculous. I was watching it. I was like, I can't leave this up, dude. I just can't, man. I just can't do it. But yeah. Oh, you can have it, dude. If you recorded it, keep it. The algorithm definitely does not like those more, and I could prove it to you. You want to see? So I had a video that I did about the first video that I did about Chael and Doug Crosby. Here's exactly what that looks like, dude. So I did the So that one got age restricted by mistake. Or I don't know about my mistake, but it was wrong. Like it was 100% wrong. And I mean, now it's been a while, but you could see like, so I got it reversed. But if you look at the beginning, it spiked so hard. And then you see that flat part. That was when it was age restricted. And then I got it taken off and it shot to the moon again. It was like, it literally was like, whoop. And then it got age restricted. And then it was like, and then I got it taken off and it went literally the same minute that they took it off, dude. But yeah. The girl, which girl are we talking, dude? You got to find what girl? Got to find what girl? The girl from me and my buddy? It was legit like 18 years ago. At that time, she was a Kansas cheerleader. Good luck. I have no idea what her name is. I literally have no idea what her name is at all. That somewhere I have a picture of her though. Like there absolutely is a photograph of her. But it's in a shoebox that has all of my pictures, like my old school pictures in it. But that's the only problem, dude. Like being, from an age where like it was before like digital pictures. Like, do you know what I would do for those pictures? Like to have all those pictures just like collected on like my old Instagram or whatever. Like all these kids are going to have in 10, 15 years, and I'd be like, oh my God, remember, here's the girl, you like just go, shh. No, I have no idea what her name is. Literally, absolutely none. You could say her name and it would be just as likely for me to know that that's her name as if you just completely made one up. I have absolutely no idea. But that's not uncommon for that time of my life. Not uncommon at all. We were in Cabo on spring break, dude. We were on Cabo on spring break. I know that all the rest of the girl, like how that story got interconnected. So I'll tell you exactly. That was really the only story that I was like, I can't have this up, dude. I can't. But the way that it all interconnected was like basically on that same trip. I don't know if you guys remember the story that I told about the girl who was my ex, whose house I went to. And then I ended up, and then like after we got done hooking up, her like new boyfriend came over and he kicked the door in, and I ended up hiding in the closet, stark naked, with my heart beating out of my chest. So the first time I ever hooked up with that girl was on that same trip. So it was like those girls were from my college also. They were there for the first 4 days. We were there for 7. So I was hooking up with her the first, I don't know, whatever, 3-4 days of that trip. And then they bounced. And then the night after they left, I think it was either the first or second night after they left, that's when this happened with this girl. And then when I got home, no, I hid in the closet like a person who was trying to save this guy's life, dude. Why would I want to beat up some guy who's hold on to beat up some guy just like whose date? I didn't even know that she had a boyfriend. She's my ex, dude. Like her and I had lived together until like, I don't know, 3 or 4 months ago. We had broken up. I hadn't seen her since. And then, yeah. And then so afterwards at 3:30 in the morning, he comes pounding on her door. She's all, it's fine, dude. It's fine. I'm like, it doesn't sound fine, dude. He's pounding that door, dude. He's coming through the door. Like this dude is coming through the door. She's all, no, it's fine. It's fine. I hear the door open because he apparently had a key and the chain caught. So now he's like yelling through. I'm on the second story where it was actually where Diego lived. I think Diego actually lived in the complex at that exact time. But I'm on the second floor, and I could just tell as soon as he opened the door and the chain caught, I'm like, he's kicking this fucking door in. And so I was just getting ready to get in the closet. All my clothes are out in the living room, so I couldn't get to him. And then he kicked the door, and I jumped into the closet, shitting my pants, dude. My heart beating out of my fucking chest, dude. My heart absolutely beating out of my chest. Yes, Diego Sanchez. And then she talked him out of there. Like, dude, it's so... I have no idea how a person could possibly stay so cool under pressure as she did right then. And she completely mind fucked him and just got him to literally walk. Because there's no way for me to get out. There's absolutely no way for me to get out. And I was crouched in the closet, literally like dude, if this guy would have opened the closet, I was going to knock him out before he knew what hit him. Just because, like, I mean, that's when I was training all the time. Like if there was a moment where I was the most dangerous on my feet of my entire life, it was right then. Like I was training constantly kickboxing. But I don't want to fight this guy. And I knew if he opens the closet, he finds some naked dude in his girlfriend's closet, like we're fighting, dude. Like obviously. And anyway, but yeah, full circle. That first time I hooked up with that girl was on that same trip. But yeah, Phil Baroni threw his girlfriend into a shower where she hit her head, and he said that he carried her to the bed, put a sheet on her after taking off her clothes. That's the part that doesn't make any sense to me, dude. Like that's the part that makes no sense to me. Is like what? Like what? He took off her clothes, you know, like that. Like he took off her clothes. He throws her into the shower. She hits her head. She asks for help. He puts her on the bed, and then he takes off her clothes. It's so bizarre, dude. Like, I don't even understand. Like, why would he even say that? I'll actually read you guys his exact statement. Okay. Phil Baroni told the police it was around 3 p.m. when he started to smoke marijuana and drink a beer in his room when the two got into an argument. During the argument, Baroni's girlfriend reportedly told him that she was having sexual relations with another man. After that, the former UFC fighter threw his girlfriend into the shower, and she hit her head on the ground. As Phil Baroni's girlfriend was trying to get up, why would they say it like New York badass? It says NWBA in quotes. No one's going to know what that means unless you're like someone like me. And that means New York badass, which is insane that they wrote that in this statement. He did help her up, then put her on the bed. He proceeded to remove her clothes and put a bed sheet on top of her. According to the report, Baroni's girlfriend then asked for a cigarette and a beer. So he left the room to go get them. And by the time he returned, he noticed his girlfriend had no vitals. That's the story. So, oh, you know what? That's a good call, Chris. That's a good call. Maybe she was covered in blood, but still, if she's bleeding like that, dude, I mean, I don't know. Oh yeah, he's fake, dude. He got arrested for murder. Admit it, dude. And he's in Mexico. He's in Mexico, dude. In all honesty, like it's kind of like a weird, I don't know, like a weird thought exercise. But like, there's a dude that I'm buddies with who's on my team at Six Blades, and he got staph. I don't know, maybe like 4 weeks ago, something like that, 4 weeks ago. And we're like in our group chat. I was like, dude, I'm like, if I had to guess out of all the people on our team who would get staph, I would guess you. I'm like, and then this girl's like, I totally would have guessed you too. And then everybody's like, yeah, he's the staph guy for sure. And like, if you want to play that game with like old UFC fighters, and it was like, okay, so one of these guys is going to go to jail for 30 years in Mexico after killing their girlfriend. Who you got? Phil Baroni's pretty high on that list, dude. You know, like if it's like he's an American dude who's going to end up in jail forever in Mexico after killing their girlfriend after finding out that they cheated, dude. I mean, he might be my number one pick, dude. Like he might legit be my number one pick. You know what I mean? Oh my God, I can't with these people, dude. Shut the fuck up, crybaby. Jesus. I can't, dude. Obviously a friend of yours and you're making a joke. What the fuck are you talking about? Who's making a fucking joke about this, dude? I don't know Phil Baroni. I talked to him I talked to him one time because he wanted to be a co-host on my channel. I don't know him from fucking Adam. The screenshot that I shared is the entirety of my interaction with him. And I don't know, dude, I don't know fucking Phil. I don't know his girlfriend. I'm not doing the thing where like, you know, like I don't fucking know them, dude. I don't fucking know them. I don't know him. I don't know her. I hear fucked up stories all the time. This story's no different than fucking reading the paper and it's like, oh, this person got whatever. At least she's a grown up, not a kid. Jesus. Dude, I have been getting fucking great stories lately because everybody keeps sending them to me, dude. Huh. Oh yeah, dude. Toxic as a motherfucker, dude. I mean, like I said, dude. Yes, for 100% sure. I was not like excited to hang out, dude. Like I said to Gabrielle, I was like, I mean, maybe we should, because like it's one of the dude. Listen, here's the thing. In this racket, like I know a lot of fucking fighters now, and I know a lot of guys. It's like in this racket, it's like you're a fan of guys, but it's honestly just like special forces guys. Like there's a lot that are super fucking cool, and then there are some that you're like, you know what I mean? Like you've got a lot of ways that guys can get really rattled in both things, like, you know, in SF or in fighters, like they get their fucking brains rattled, dude. And so like, I don't know. I mean, most of them are super fucking cool. Most SF guys, super fucking cool. Most fighters are super cool. But you obviously know there are some guys that you're like, all right. And Phil Baroni for sure is one of those guys where I was like, Jesus, man. I mean, I don't know. This we'll see how this goes. You know what I mean? Because like I said, dude, he I don't know, man. Like you know, like there's some people who put on a really good show for the show that you could tell you're like, I don't know if I would really want to spend a whole lot of fucking time with this dude. Yeah, he killed her. Yeah, it's cheating. Correct. Exactly. And yes, this exactly. Phil, War Machine, Baroni, except you know what's so crazy about this is like, I mean, do I believe that he just like threw her once into the shower and she died? I mean, listen, extremely unlikely, dude. Extremely unlikely. Like that's kind of like, in all honesty, like that's the kind of thing that happens in the movies, dude. Like, you know, I mean, what does happen, you know, you starch a guy and he hits his head on the pavement and they die. That does happen. But like, that's why if she really fell and hit her head and then she died, much more likely he starched her. Much more likely. Do you know what I mean? Like if you really think about it, it's like, so you pick someone up and you throw them into the shower and then they hit their head and then die. Because here's the thing, dude. As long as even if you're a dude and it's a girl who's very, very feeble, if she's awake and you throw her, she's gonna be able to brace herself a little bit, right? Like she's gonna be able to brace herself. There's almost no like scenario where she hits her head on the ground, because he said it on the ground. He said specifically she hit her head on the ground in the shower. There's almost no possible way that could happen where she would hit her head hard enough to die unless she's unconscious on the way down. Do you know what I mean? Like if you really think about it, it's like, you know, if he starches her and she goes down and she hits her head on the shower unconscious, now you're talking, you know, in terms of like her dying. Throwing her makes no sense, dude. You know what I mean? Just doesn't make any sense to me. I don't know why that's so funny, but it is. But no, I'm you know. Dude, I saw that's so funny. I saw this documentary about about what's his name? Oh my God. What's the dude that just killed himself in Spain? McAfee. Where I saw this documentary about McAfee, where They were, oh shit, I forgot to do this. Hang on for a second. They were talking about the thing in Belize that happened, right? And you know, because he killed his neighbor, right? I saw that, dude. Hail the Leaf. Thank you very much. I saw that, and that's not surprising at all. You know what I mean? But at the same time, it's like, you know, bruising on the hands. I mean, of course, most likely he hit her. Also, it not impossible that when, you know, after she died, he went and punched a wall or something like that. You know, I mean, who knows? I'm sure he hit her. You know what I mean? My opinion, if I was going to guess, I think he starched her, and I think that on her way down, she hit her head, and then she's probably died. You know. But yeah, so man, this is dude. Fact. In all honesty, he'll I mean, I don't know if he has access to any money or what he's going to do, because if you don't have money in a Mexican prison, you don't even eat, dude. If he has money, he'll be able to get him, though. You know, like if he has money, he'll be able to get him. But fuck, dude. I mean, like if he goes to prison in Mexico, his life's over. Like it's not, none of that's going to matter. He's going to he'll hang himself. I would guess, or something. I mean, like, you know what I mean? Like, oh, hey, you know, settle into a 30-year bid in Mexico. In all honesty, though, like if you're going to do a bid like that, you probably would rather do it in Mexico. Like, well, I don't know. As a white dude, maybe not. I don't know, dude. I mean, I just like, I can't think of anything worse than being locked in that tiny little space. Like I always thought about that with like, with Aaron Hernandez, this huge ass guy, and he's locked in this tiny little box and he can never get out. Like if you really, I don't know. I have a thing about claustrophobia though. Like when I really think about that, being in a room and knowing I can't get out, and being in there all day, like I can't get out. Like I can't get out. That would, yeah, that would, I would not fare well. I would not fare well at all. Like I watched this documentary about, or, you know, I've watched a million documentaries about jail, but I watched one specifically about San Quentin, and they showed this new prisoner who was getting acclimated in there. And they showed like the just regular general population cells on this one block. Oh my God, dude. It's fucking insane, dude. It's fucking insane how little space they have. Like it's like if you had one person in one of those cells, you would go completely insane, and they had two. It was like if they had one person in there, it would be the most claustrophobic fucking thing ever. And they had two people in each one. I was like, oh my God, dude. I would fucking lose my mind. I would almost rather try my luck in a fucking Mexican prison where I can at least roam around on my own, and just, if I get killed, I get killed. But like, you know, I mean, sure, you know, I mean, prison's cool if you go, it depends on the facility that you go to. But like a violent murder, I doubt he's playing a lot of cards, you know? I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I have no idea. I'm just talking out of my ass. But, yeah. Isn't it insane that this happened both of these things happened in the same place? Dana and Baroni happened in the same place, like 12 hours apart. It's crazy, dude. It's crazy. Maybe starched her, then tried to wake her up by throwing her in the shower. She bumped her head. Dude, honestly, I mean, let me think about that, actually. I think you're onto something with trying to wake her up in the shower thing. Because again, the thing that bothers me is, why would he take her clothes off afterwards? That doesn't make any fucking sense to me at all. Because even if she has blood on her clothes, if she's struggling like that, like, you're not going to be, okay, let's get you out of those clothes. You know what I mean? What? Fuck no. Absolutely not. If your girl hit you first, can you hit her back? Absolutely not. And to be perfectly honest with you, this is actually like a perfect example. What? Oh, sorry. It's like a perfect example as to like what I was talking, because I did a Dana video earlier and then I had to take it down. But like my whole point was like, when you watch that video, like when you watch the Dana video, I saw a clip where it was in slow motion and it's like, okay, he really shouldn't have done that. Obviously, like he absolutely should not have done that, as no guy should ever put a hand on a girl, but he definitely was not trying to hurt her, you know? And again, I'm not making excuses for him. I'm just like, in terms of how I evaluate the behavior of a person, the degree to which they did something matters. You know what I mean? Like, the shit matters. It's like, okay, so in Dana's situation, his girl slapped him and he slapped her back, and he literally arm slapped her. You could even see I mean, he's a boxer, you know, like Dana was a boxer and a boxing trainer prior to getting into the UFC business. Like, he knows how to throw a fucking punch, dude. He knows how to throw a punch. The way that he slapped her was very clearly like he saw a red reaction to her hitting him, and simultaneously he very clearly was not trying to hurt her seriously. And this thing with Baroni, he killed her, dude. Like, he killed her. Like, he killed her. A tiny girl, dude. Do you know what I mean? It's like I don't know. Like, I could just I could never do that. I could never do that. Like, I was joking around with Gabrielle downstairs where she's like, because, you know, she remembered that I was like, yeah, there's this fighter that we might meet in Cabo. And I was telling her, I'm like, dude, that guy got arrested for murdering his girlfriend. She's like, what? And then I read her the statement and she was like, damn. And I can't remember what she said. And I was like, well, I mean, you feel free to tell me you fuck some other guy, see what happens. You know, we're like joking around. Like, but I was just thinking about, like, I like look at her and I'm like, Jesus, man, it's like, it's fucking insane, dude. It's insane. She's so fucking small. Like, she's so small, like she would be so helpless. I could never do that, dude. I could never do that to a girl. I just couldn't do it. You know, I mean, it's weird to even think about, like, what if it was a really, really big ass girl that was really, really strong and then she attacked you? I guess I have no idea. Like, it's like a thought exercise that's not relevant because it's never going to happen. But your own girl, like your girlfriend or your wife or whatever. And like, dude, Gabrielle, the mother of my kids, I would never do it, dude. Never. It would never, ever, ever. I would never do it. Yeah, I deleted the last Dana White live stream. And like, but the only thing I can say is like when I told Gabby what happened, she's like, crime of passion. It's this weird, like, no one can make you angry like a person that you're in a romantic relationship with. It's just like, you know, I mean, and I can't even explain to you how grateful I am that Gabrielle and I have the relationship that we do, because I know exactly what that's like. And I've never once felt that with her. Never, not once. Every other girl that I ever dated, there were times that I saw red. Like, well, actually not with Brooke, dude. Not with Brooke. Brooke is a whore. And you know, certainly not a girl like not a girl that I would have been like stoked that I ended up with. And her and I ended up, like, we were like friends we're still friends. But the other three that I had serious relationships with, oh my God, man. Like, there's no one can make you mad like that. No one can make you mad like that. And so if you're a person who doesn't have a lot of discipline, you're kind of a spaz. Because I'm a lot of things, but undisciplined is not one of them. And yeah, I mean, it's just I'm fucking someone else, Phil. Yeah, that's why I'm fucking that other guy. Fuck you, Phil. It's like, yikes, dude. Yikes. Yikes. I mean, War Machine, like, and then like War Machine, a perfect example also. Hershey scored. Thank you very much, dude. And yes, he does deserve what he gets. Like War Machine, I told this story on my live stream. If you guys don't know that story, let me show you. Cause like, I mean, this is like a perfect example of exactly what I'm talking about, because I don't know. I have absolutely no idea. Wait a second. Hold on. Wait, War Machine penned a suicide note in jail? Oh my God. I had no idea this even happened. This is 8 years ago? War Machine was going to kill himself in jail? He blamed the beating on Christy Mack. What is, oh, dude, this is insane. Hang on. Hold on. Let me pull this up for you guys. Well, actually, first, let me do this. Okay, so check this out. So obviously this is War Machine. And then, and you could see these kind of over here. I don't want to show them too much because I don't want to get this demonetized, although it's probably too late. But I want to find one of just them two. Like, you know, like, look at it. Like, dude, she's 5'1", 105 pounds. Okay. She's 5'1", 105. And War Machine is 5'11". He was 5'11" and fought at 170, which means he's my size. I'm 5'10", 190. So War Machine, you know, like if I was professional, I'd fight at 170. So he's my size. She's 105 pounds. That's even smaller than Gabrielle. Gabrielle's 5'3", maybe like, I don't know, 115 or something like that. So there, I mean, so anyway, so he had been to jail before. She's a porn star, obviously. They started dating, and very soon after they started dating, he started whipping her ass, dude. Like he started whipping her ass, and she was like the quintessential, like making excuses for him, and kind of hiding, like, you know, separating from her mom, all the like telltale signs. And after the, you know, 50th beating, she finally broke it off with him, right? She finally broke it off with him. And after however long, she went out on a date with another dude, and they went back to her place and they banged, right? She's a porn star. And War Machine had a key. And so I'm sure was following her. And he went in to the house and caught her with the dude. And he beat this guy. He beat this guy, dude. Like apparently, like, cause I watched a documentary about this. He beat this guy. And finally the guy, when this guy was on the stand, they were like they asked him, they're all, did you get any shots in? And he like laughed. He's like, no. He's like, he's a professional fighter. And this is a big dude, you know, but like, I mean, that is a funny question to me also. It's like, yeah, no. He got like a professional fighter who got the jump on him naked in bed. Good luck, dude. And also seeing red because you just slept with his girl. Good luck, bud. Like, good luck. And she wasn't cheating. Like, she wasn't cheating. They were broken up, but he popped in there. And so anyway, so he beat this guy within an inch of his life. And finally the guy was like, dude, you're either going to have to kill me or let me go. And War Machine was like, dude, if I let you go, you're going to narc me out. And the guy was like, I'm not a rat, dude. I'm not going to narc you out. And so they like made a man-to-man, agreement, and he let the guy go. Now, this guy left because he has no idea what their relationship is. He doesn't know that War Machine is beating this. He has no idea. He has absolutely no idea. And so he doesn't know that as soon as he leaves, War Machine's going to go to work on her. And so as soon as this guy left, War Machine fucked her up, dude. He fucked her up. He didn't rat her out. He didn't rat him out, actually. But dude, he fucked her up so bad. He broke her face. He broke her cheekbone. He broke her orbital. He knocked her teeth out. Like I think he knocked fucking 7 of her teeth out or something like that. A girl, dude. A fucking girl. 105-pound girl. Oh, yeah. War Machine is locked up forever, dude. And so, I mean, he beat her. The pictures of her are insane, dude. Like, there is no person, no one who saw her in the hospital bed that would have had any idea who she was. She's completely unrecognizable. And so, like, he stopped and he looked at her and he was like, fuck. He's like, I went too far. I'm going to have to kill you. And he left the room. I don't know what he was doing. Like, he left the room. And while he left the room, she crawled onto the balcony. She was on the second story, trapped just like me. And she crawled, she felt like threw herself off the balcony. She like fell. And then she crawled to her neighbor and, knocked on the door. And she was basically like in a bloody crumple outside of this neighbor's door. And the neighbor brought her in and called the cops. And that was that, dude. So yeah, man, it's rough, dude. Rough. So I have about as much sympathy for people who do that as I do for a person who would like victimize a child. I don't see it very differently, to be perfectly honest, man. Like I really don't. Like I don't see a lot of difference between a person who beats the shit out of a 5'1", 105-pound girl or does it to a kid. You know what I mean? It's like, they're both completely unworthy adversaries. Like, it's like, I mean, the whole reason why you don't beat up a girl fighter 100 times, she has no chance. Like, she has absolutely no chance. If you fight a kid, they have no chance. So, like, what are you doing? Whoa. What's exaggerated? Are you talking about the War Machine thing? That's not exaggerated at all. That is not, dude. I watched all the highlights from that fucking trial, dude. Go watch JCS, like Jack Can't Swim. They did I'll show you actually, because it's so good, dude. This one. There you go. Inappropriate for some users. JCS Criminal Psychology, the case of John Copenhaver. It is exceptional. It's super good. That's a very, very that's the first one of the, like, that's the first time I saw that channel. Mix Molly actually showed it to me. Mix Molly showed me that exact video, and then I ended up just binging all of it. Jim Can't Swim. Correct. Bro, it's not crazy. Dana's the fucking man, dude. Like, Dana, and I don't mean like, oh, he's the man. I'm saying like anything you want to do in combat sports goes through Dana. This is a personal thing between him and his wife. No one's got the balls to fucking throw that up there, dude. You know what I mean? Oh, yeah, I was going to show you this. Hang on. Wait, who's a Mormon? Is Christy Mack is? Hold on. Where am I seeing that? You're saying Christy Mack is a anyway, hang on. So this is what I was looking at earlier. I'm going to look at this and then I'm going to sleep. All right. So apparently, okay, War Machine penned a suicide note in jail in which he paints himself as the victim as he recounts the night he brutally beat his porn star girlfriend, Christy Mack, within an inch of her life. I love how they have to throw that in there, dude. You know, like, I mean, I know she's a porn star, but like, you couldn't just say beat his girlfriend, Christy Mack, within an inch of her life. Like in a story about where she's like a victim of violence. Like, fuck off, dude. Why do they have to put that in there? That actually pisses me off a little bit. We broke the story. War Machine tried to kill himself inside of a Las Vegas jail cell last week, a plan that was foiled by a corrections officer. He probably was just pretending because he's drama. You know, TMZ obtained a letter, says after they broke up and got together, something seemed different about you. He then tries to justify the beating by saying he was stunned when he discovered her infidelity and saying, finding what I found that night was devastating to me, more than you will ever know. Not just the unfaithfulness, but the way you cared for him and protected him. Wait, so she was being unfaithful? She caught her cheating on him? Interesting. In the show, in the JCS one, it makes it sound like they weren't dating. War Machine says in the note, this time he'd let Christie's new boyfriend, Corey Thomas, beat him up because he believes she would have stopped the guy and kicked her new dude out. He then sinks into a world of self-pity. I still don't understand how I got into this mess. I don't know why this had to happen. My life was going so well. He then has the balls to say, I forgive you. Please forgive me. Oh, this is before he got convicted. How old is this one? This is also 2014. All right, let's look this up. War Machine, May 2022. Oh my God. This is real. He found Jesus. Thank you, Jesus, for this beautiful visit with my family. Okay, so he's got married to one of these crazy jail chicks, it looks like. My wife told me that someone commented that I ought to please make a post not about Jesus. I have often had pen pals who wanted to. Okay, so he's like, Jesus, 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 huh? Oh my God. No way, dude. Oh my God, no way. Oh my God, I had no idea, dude. I had no. First of all, who's doing these posts for him? Like, does he have Instagram in jail? Wow. Okay, so here's what I'm going to say about this. I mean, if a guy is doing 37 years in jail, I'm pretty sure that his sentence was 37 years. Let me double check. Oh no, I apologize. You're right. Life with possibility of parole in 36 years. I mean, listen, dude, your life's over. Like, you may as well, find something that is something, right? Like, I think he was like 32, which means he could potentially get out when he's 70. I mean, that's pretty bleak, dude. You know what I mean? That is pretty bleak. So if if the big guy makes him feel way better, then maybe that's better. I will say this, dude. When it's crazy to think about these cases on an individual basis, when you think about like all these violent criminals that got let out of jail, the jails are overcrowded, so we're just letting people out like they did in California. Like, how crazy would that be if he just like got out? Like they're all right. Well, he served 7 years. He's out. You're all Dude. You know what I mean? Oh, I'm not talking about Phil Baroni, dude. Phil Baroni is going. I mean, who knows? In all honesty, he's going to Mexico. I've heard like of people getting sentenced in Mexico and getting out much sooner, but like getting like convicted of murder in Mexico and getting out much sooner. That's yeah, that's right. Nick the car guy, that's right. He assaulted her. Well, he was going to, but he couldn't get it up. Something about her screaming and crying after getting her face beaten in. He couldn't perform, which is fucking insane, dude. The whole thing is insane. Huh? Anadrol? One of my fucking 15 years old on a trip to Mexico. No one takes Anadrol, dude. Anadrol. All right. I'm going to beat it. Love you guys. Good night.